In this problem, we want to know which website has better prices for software packages. We select 10 software packages and check the price for each package at each website. So because you're looking for each package at each website, that's like pairing it up. So you check QuickBooks at each place and you check ViruScan at each place. And that way, with those paired differences, you get rid of any like errors that come because like maybe at one store you just happen to check more expensive software and in another store you just happen to check cheaper software. This way you get rid of all of those errors because you check the price for each software at each store. So this is paired differences. Very effective if you can ever actually do it. If you have enough money and it works out. Or enough money to do the time to actually do paired differences. It's usually better. Okay, so we find the paired differences of costs. And they did computability minus PC. Now the order that you subtract it in is important because that will affect what order you subtract things in later. So we'll make a note that they did computability minus PC. The mean of the 10 differences is 7. So the mean of the differences, sorry, that would be population mean. We don't know that. Our sample mean of the differences is 7. And the standard deviation for the differences is 2. We want to conduct our test with alpha equals 0.10. And we want to see if PC connection is cheaper. So they want to see if PC would be cheaper or smaller, which means this one would have to be bigger. Okay, so we're going to do bigger minus smaller. Now, anytime you do a bigger number minus a smaller number, that should be greater than 0. So that's our alternative hypothesis, that the differences would be greater than 0. Let's see, oh, I forgot to write down, we did 10 differences, so n equals 10. So we're using a matched, we have paired differences, or matched pairs. And when you do matched pairs, you just do a normal t-test. So nothing else changes, it's just the t-test. The hardest part is you have to figure out if it should be greater than 0 or less than 0. Okay, we want to check our conditions, which has to be that the sample size is big or is normal. Now it said that it was normal, so we're good there. We're going to do alpha equals 0.10 for our hypotheses. Our null is always that the difference is 0. The alternative, well, we said we want to see if PC is cheaper, which means it's smaller, so big minus small should give me positive values, so we'll do that the mean is greater than 0. Now to find our test statistic, t, that's equal to the mean minus 0, because that's our null value. Sorry, let's do it like this. Our sample mean minus the hypothesized mean over s over the square root of n. And these just have little d's for minuses, the pair differences. So x bar is 7 minus my hypothesized mean of 0 over 2 over the square root of 10, which gives me 11.06. Now you don't have to do all of this by hand. I taught you how to do t-tests in your calculator, so you can just go to your calculator and do the one sample t-test. Sometimes I like to do it by hand just to double check everything. And then for my p-value, which again, I just put everything in my calculator, and so I'm just looking for the value in the right tail, the area in the right tail, which is 7.68 times 10 to the negative 7. And if your calculator just tells you 0, you just say almost 0, and that's just fine. So that is a very small p-value. So we will reject our null. That's a really, really small p-value. So I would probably say something like we have extremely strong evidence that on average the let's see, instead of cost, I'll say the cost let's see. We have strong evidence that for all the different software, on average, PC, World, or whatever, is cheaper.